Hi, I'm Tisha,
I'm Lauren.
and this is the Open Booked Podcast. Today we are discussing Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. This is the first. There's three of them now, right?
There's three. The third one's coming out, but it's not out yet.
Isn't it Scythe and Sparrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it pre-ordered.
Do we want to talk about what we're reading now first, and then I can read these before we get into the book? Because
yeah. No, we have a few items to go through today. But, yeah. So I made this stack of these fall books because I don't know what I'm reading next. But I want to make time to read books.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm barely surviving right now. Like the fact I have time to do this is a miracle in itself. Here's my fall. These are on my list. Okay, this one we've talked about before. It's Carving for Kara. It has the black pages.
Oh yeah.
Pumpkin Spice Cafe. We talk about this like every week. Obviously, don't have much time, but we're reading. Here is the second one, Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Anyone listening, I am just doing some that I saw on social media that I want to read. So if you want the full list, let us know. I can send it to you if you're not watching a video. This one's Forever Crushed. It was an indie author that I saw pop up selling last year, and I just bought it. It's really soft. And I thought it looks cute.
Yeah.
And then this one I got from Book Outlet, A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch.
I think I saw that one too.
Yeah, so that's my stack, so I don't really know. Oh my god. My bookmark just fell out. Ah!
No.
Okay, there's my fat stack of fall and spooky books, and I've got to figure out where I am in this one. What are you reading?
The second X Hex.
Okay.
And then still trying to finish up. I'm like halfway through. The third Crescent City.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I just saved one that I want to read, but I need to find the first one. So I want to read Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes.
Okay.
But it's the second in a series, so I have to find the first one and obviously read that one first because I can't handle going out of order.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I did it once accidentally. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but it happens. Unfortunately. Yeah. Are you going to read the second Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark?
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of trending topics before we break out the trigger warnings. Did you know that there are still motherfuckers stuck in the space station?
No, I didn't. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that.
So, I don't know exactly the whole story of what happened here, but I know that there is a man and a woman stuck in the space station and no one can get them until 2025, like April, like mid-year 2025. And I'm like, Elon, NASA, somebody get these motherfuckers. I'm literally picturing Matt Damon, the Martian, growing potatoes. Like, but I know there's people coming and going all the time, so I'm like, are there any other countries that can, get them a ride home? I mean, this is insane. They're, gonna lose muscle mass. Like, they have to, work out several hours a day. Like, there's a lot to being up there for that amount of time. Yeah. I don't know that anyone stayed that long. I know that there's people always there, but I don't know that anyone stayed as long as they're gonna have to be.
Yeah, are they Americans?
Yeah.
I'm surprised our government's not, going out of their minds trying to get them back on American soil.
Okay, so it's Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams. And, now it's going to be, they're going to get them home in February.
Okay, so they've moved it up a little bit, but still, that's still 5 months away.
Okay, so the missions left for the International Space Station in a Starliner on June 5th. First two astronauts sent in space by Boeing.
Which we've seen their reputation.
Yeah. The Boeing voyage met repeated technical issues. Wow, shocker. And more space issues during its historic test mission and have left the first ever crew in space. So it was a Boeing issue. I knew it was some sort of mechanical failure, but I forgot that it was Boeing, surprisingly.
Go figure.
Yeah, so Boeing is who's making space stuff now, which is absolutely terrifying to me.
Yeah, because they still haven't perfected planes.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it for how long?
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of taking a break. We'll keep you guys posted on space station stuff. I just, like, they're being really quiet about that. I think we should be more pissed off about it, but,
Yeah.
they have moved the timeline up, so that's better. But,
yeah.
We're kind of taking a break from Diddy this week. I'm sure there will be more, but we will continue to update. There's just a lot, and it's been taking up a bulk of our episodes and negativity. So we're gonna put our tinfoil hats on in a different direction today. Do you want to start with 23andMe, or do you want to talk about the hurricane? Where do we want to go first?
Let's go 23andMe because I don't feel like we have as much about that. It's kind of
Yeah. So I just have a little bit of info on this. I've seen a couple of videos. I don't know if not a lot of people know about it, so that's why I've only seen a couple of videos, or if they're getting censored, and that's why I've only seen a couple of videos. I genuinely don't know which direction. Could be either way, as we know. So 23andMe is a very popular ancestry site. Personally, I have done it. My husband has done it. My parents have done it. My sister has done it. I would probably be hard pressed to find someone who hasn't done it. You haven't? Well, good for you.
Nope.
It was very, very popular 10, 15 years ago, and they would sell them as gift kits. So you could buy the kit for like $50, give it as a gift, and then they could go and register. With the premise that you get some of your you find out like what your ancestry is, and they're always updating. I'll say I did mine like 10 years ago, and I still get emails that they like get more information, and I can log in and my stuff's kind of gotten more specific. So there was for a time like 3 or 4% of me was like broadly Northeastern European. And then every time I log in, I feel like it's more specific country, like Norwegian, whatever. Anyways, that being said, millions upon millions upon millions of people all around the world have done this. With a really cool idea. Everyone wants to know. Obviously, as Americans, in general, we are very much made up of a bunch of different countries because we're so young as a country. And I think it was mostly popular with us. But that being said, the day that they raided Diddy's houses, the entire board of 23andMe stepped down at the same time. Now, we have seen stuff like this happen that doesn't have anything to do with things, just like, personally, the Walton Art Center board had something similar happen over a controversial topic. Now, we don't know if maybe they were talking about a controversial topic or if at this time, right? We just heard that they stepped down. And then some more has started, like I said, barely trickling out because I've barely heard anything about it, but that they were pretty much selling the data that you provided them with to the black market, which I'm like, okay, what would the black market have to do? Why would they give a shit about how much percent Irish I am? But what it does is it has other genetic markers. They have literally solved cold cases over this because they found a descendant or family member of a rape where they had some sort of DNA. They've solved, it's actually been helpful. Which one was it? The Golden State Killer was solved because of Ancestry, which is another one like this. So it's like, it can do good. Like, if I have an ancestor that's a serial killer, I'll give up my DNA to catch the bastard. Like, I'm fine with that. But why would they sell that to the black market? There's like a class action. There's class action lawsuits.
I'm sure it's for like genetic testing information or clinical trials or to sell more pharmaceuticals or cloning. Who knows?
The pharmaceutical one is very believable to me. Just giving you guys an example. We were in Miami on a boat, okay, and they take you around all these Star Island, they call it, and it's the nicest, some of the most expensive real estate in the entire country, maybe world. I don't know. Um, and we would be like, "Oh, whose house is that?" And they're like, "J Lo." There's J Lo's house. There's DJ Khaled's house. And then there's like so many of these people I didn't even know who they are. Every single one of them. Oh, Viagra, Pfizer, like all of them are pharmaceuticals. The money in big pharma is disgusting. Disgusting.
Yep.
I get it, everyone has to make a living, and I would be that rich if I could, but not at the expense of exploiting people illnesses or not curing things so that they need your medicine. Like, it's just shitty. Super shitty. But anyways, that is believable to me. For sure.
So I was looking, apparently in November of 23, the class action lawsuit was filed because of the data breach of 6.9 million users' personal and genetic information, including names, contact information, ancestry reports, and DNA matches. So maybe it could be just the information. Maybe that's all they really wanted was like your name and credit report or whatever. Maybe they wanted to connect people to people that aren't publicly known.
Ooh, like bastard children.
Yes. And use that to blackmail people because I could see that.
Okay, that's a really good theory. Okay.
So just throwing some things out there because you never know. Like,
yeah. No, it's so accurate too because both of my parents did it and I didn't click that they were my parents. Mm-hmm. And my 23andMe was like your father, Leo, your mother, Michelle, because they had done reports. Like, that's what told me, okay, this is accurate. They know who my parents are who did this and automatically connected it. So it's like legit.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. That is a great idea.
I'm like, I don't need to give the government my DNA. Like, they collect it in all the different ways. Every time I give birth, like, they do all the things. And then, I mean, my grandparents' name is on the doll's roll, so they got all the information they need on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll keep you guys posted as that progresses. I think which it was really quiet. I would have joined this class action had I known.
Yeah.
Because
also, what? I went to their website to just see who their board of directors is. It's only the owner listed.
There's they all quit.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
And she's the wife of Google, right? Google CEO.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the videos I watched. Previously married to Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google.
Oh, so she's an ex.
Yeah, they separated in 2013 and divorced in 2015. And they co-directed the Brynne Wajcicki, I can't pronounce her last name, but the owner, her foundation, a private grant-making organization.
That sounds sus.
Yeah, what are they giving grants for?
Yeah. Okay. So if we even hear anything else about this, we'll keep you guys posted, but like I said, it's kind of hush-hush, which tells me something's going on. And people are saying, the reason this got brought up, people are saying that Diddy is the distraction of what's really going on with this, because more people are affected by this than Diddy personally.
Yeah.
Now, what he's saying, what he did to the people that are affected are probably much worse than our personal information getting leaked on the black web. But we're talking millions of people versus hundreds, thousands. I don't know. So I think maybe they are trying to cover it up. We'll see.
But then I just looked further down and she has connections to A-Rod.
Wait, like Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player?
Yeah, they are dating.
Oh, after the whole J-Lo split.
Yeah. This was after her divorce. So this was in 2016. So this was before J-Lo.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So, moving on to, I wanted to do a little shameless plug for Book Outlet again. Actually, I've never done this on the pod. I have only done this on a video that I posted on our social media where I unboxed, and I had
Yeah.
like 14 books for 100. I don't remember what it was, but I genuinely thought I was getting scammed. Like I said on the video, I paid through PayPal because I knew for a fact I could dispute it.
Yeah.
And what I think it is it's an overstock that I haven't confirmed this. This is my assumption because I got another box, which it's Tisha's birthday present behind us here. And it had a Target sticker on it. Okay, so some of them have Walmart stickers, some of them have Target stickers. The only error I've ever found on any of them was there's this line, which like I don't really care about. It's on the bottom of the book. Like,
okay.
It's partially the reason I sat it out. Is that, but they have like, I don't know if it's just Target and them have them on their shelves for too long, and then they turn them in for like, it's kind of like sending them to collections or something. I don't know, and then they sell them for cheap. But if I was gonna open a bookstore, I would just go. I mean, I'm telling you, I got brand new copies of Verity for $6. That's gonna sell it for at least 12. Like, that's just a shameless plug for, I don't have a discount code. I'm not sponsored, but I've had really, really good experiences, and I've done a few orders now with Book Outlet. So if you're looking for building a library for an affordable cost, check out Book Outlet. But also know that there's like limited stock, limited quantities of things, and limited books. They'll come and go. So I think basically this is what they have on hand. So I just wanted to do a little plug for that because very good experiences. We all want to save some money these days.
Yeah. Especially when we want so many books.
Yeah. That being said, that was a palate cleanser before we let Tisha dive into the hurricane.
Oh, man. The things. So I texted Lauren the other night and I was like, okay, we have to talk about the fact that this whole hurricane is man-made because we've seen the government can control the weather, and they do for profit.
And if you think that they can't, they've been doing shit since the 70s, guys. It's facts. Look it up. We are not being conspiracy theorists right now.
No.
They can control the weather.
And I was thinking about it. They kind of showed that in Twisters.
They did.
How her whole research was about how to make a storm like dissipate, or and the first time they did it kind of backfired and made it worse. So
yeah. Now, this is my personal opinion. I think that they can create storms. I don't know that they can stop them if they're naturally created. We know that lots of natural disasters happen naturally. We know they can make it rain. We know they can create hurricanes, tornadoes, those kind of storms. I don't know that they can stop them. I've never heard anything about that, and I could be totally wrong, but my opinion's like that's probably a lot harder to do.
Yeah. Yes. That, so I definitely think they are finding ways to manipulate things to make them much worse or more catastrophic. And we kind of saw something similar to this in Hawaii last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I feel like it's been forever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where magically none of the blue roofs or blue cars were burned up, but everything else was. They made sure to cut out all communications. No one could communicate, get information in or out of the island. People were being blocked off from returning to their homes or trying to find their children. They just let kids out of the school to go find their families. Like, there's so much going on. And it's so hard to not feel like that crazy guy, like with the map trying to like explain everything and point out like this matches and this and this and this. But when it comes to our government, you kind of have to, because they're so fucking shady and will do anything for $1. And it's like, people are literally dying and you don't care because you're making millions. Like, what the fuck?
So this week I saw, speaking of the Hawaiian fires, they have like opened a formal investigation on that.
Good.
Yeah.
Finally.
I don't know how true or how far that will get, but I did see something that is getting brought back up right now with all of this. So that's good.
Good. So we're kind of seeing the same thing in the Carolinas, Appalachia, like all of this. People are being turned away, which we've kind of found. Um, a lot of that is because they are not on the FEMA approved or contracted preferred vendor list. So FEMA writes these contracts with major corporations to provide services at a discount. So, like, FEMA pays and purchases these items, like stuff for first aid kits, stuff for transporting people in and out. Like, if there's a mandated evacuation, which rarely happens.
Yeah.
So it's like van lines, like tour bus companies, people that make like gauze and band-aids, all kinds of stuff. But it's also transportation companies like JB Hunt,
Mm-hmm.
like transporting goods in to help clean up and all of that. And good and bad, but I mean, there, like, I get it. You want to have people who are trained and who know how to organize these situations. But also, if people are showing up in droves, they have a truckload full of water, you're going to turn them away from the people that need it just because they're not an approved vendor. How fucking dare you?
Yeah. No, for sure. No, it's ridiculous. Like, people are just trying out of the goodness of their heart to show up and take water, and they're not letting people in. Like, absolutely insane. Then they're talking about fixing the roads and shit, and all the rednecks are taking their tractors and doing what they can just to let people get to their fucking houses. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane over there. And I think the biggest thing that's controversial is that this is an area that never gets affected by this. So it's even more catastrophic because they're not prepared. I'm not saying it would have been better if it hit South Florida, but I'm just saying they are used to this. They have
Mm-hmm.
their houses built a certain way, they have their stuff done a certain way, they know the drill. You send a freaking hurricane to Georgia and North Carolina, they don't know what the fuck is going on. Bless their hearts.
Also, how, I mean, it's never happened before. How does something 2,100 feet above sea level flood that catastrophically, that quickly, and there wasn't efficient or like adequate warning?
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make the math doesn't math.
Does not math. And now, like, even um, Jeremy saw Elon was tweeting some director of something because he's trying to fly a helicopter in, and he's like, why are helicopters being diverted? Why are we being told we can't land anywhere in this area? And the guy responded the first time, he was like, that's not true. We're letting anybody in that wants to help, as long as it's kind of organized. And if you're having any issues, call me. He said, okay, what's the number to call? And never got a response.
Of course. Elon probably
So,
personally would have called the motherfucker.
oh yeah, he's like, I'm sending my people and my money. He was trying to deliver Starlink so people could communicate with their families to let them know that they're okay, to find out, wait, because the whole FEMA thing, you have to apply online through a form to get your 750 measly fucking dollars that the government is going to throw at you. Um, but nobody has internet or cell reception to be able to even do that. So nobody's getting money. And I found out last night they have to pay the $750 back.
You are kidding me.
No.
Okay. I almost said something that was going to get us canceled.
Yeah. So there's so much going on. And I think all of this is happening, and they've made it so catastrophic because there's a huge lithium mine underneath the Appalachian Mountains. And companies have been trying to get in there, trying to build a quarry and mine all of that. And the people don't want that because it is toxic. You're creating all of this dust and these fumes that are toxic to the people. And then because nobody knows how to actually like filter out the harmful chemicals, um, it goes down into water streams. It goes in barrels into the ocean. It goes everywhere and it leaches into the ground and all these things. And the people are like, no, like, we're already fighting tooth and nail to try and just live happy and healthy lives thanks to our government, and it's next to impossible. But then you want to come in and mine all of this stuff and make it all worse, and we're not here for that. So they've been fighting for a couple of years on this because all the EV vehicles, every vehicle maker is going to EV because it's supposed to be better and more sustainable, but at what cost?
Yeah. No matter what, you have to use Earth's resources, so I guess you pick your poison.
Yeah.
I think every time there is a natural disaster, it gets proven that the world cannot run without gas. Period. Mm-hmm. Texas with the snowstorm was literally the nail in the coffin for that argument, in my opinion. I think that both is reasonable, right? Like, if you can be electric, cool. But like, when you get a snowstorm and the electricity's out, what runs? Gas. How do you heat your house? Your gas fireplace. That doesn't go out, right? And it's also a natural resource from the earth. So I think that people are getting greedy because they know. You look at the richest motherfuckers in the most rural places of the U.S. and they have oil money. Middle East, oil money. Anything like that is just a freaking gold mine. And people are getting greedy. And it is a huge land grab they're trying. And the townspeople are saying, no, get out. Also, maybe we should do a whole ass episode on conspiracy theories around the Appalachian Mountains, because there is so many like urban legends and crazy stuff. But I'm like, okay, let the government try to go in there, and maybe some of that stuff's true, and we'll just get them. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe Bigfoot's in there.
Yeah.
But anyways, that is that, and I'm sure more will come out, or they'll hush it. I don't know. We'll see.
And I almost think this is a little bit distracting too.
I agree. I think we have been proven to follow distractions. The aliens last year was another great example. Like, I don't remember what else was going on, but us as a people didn't fall for it because we knew aliens were real. We've known. But there was something else going on, and everyone was like, don't pay attention to the aliens. Like, this is a distraction. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, no, they've been proven to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, we're closing in on election. So we're less than 30 days away now. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan even more so. So they've got to throw all the things at us to distract us, and then we're about to have another.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just don't know how people are still able to trust the government in any capacity, and to this extent.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion, I didn't trust them with COVID, and you can call me whatever. Anyone listening, you can call me whatever. You're not going to offend me. I don't give a shit. The amount of times that stuff had been backtracked about what they said, I can't even count or begin to describe it. And if people didn't start waking up at that point, I don't know what will wake you up. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely don't trust the feds, man.
Never.
Okay, should we actually talk about the book now? We've 35 minutes rambling.
Yeah, let's get into that, because I liked it.
I liked it too. Okay, we'll start with spoilers for Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. We are going to kick this off with a fun little reading sesh of the trigger warnings, because they are not only needed, but hilarious. So,
yeah.
Okay. Take it away, Miss Flowers.
Content and trigger warnings. As much as Butcher and Blackbird is a dark romantic comedy and will hopefully make you laugh through the madness, it's still dark. Please read responsibly. If you have any questions about this list, please don't hesitate to contact me at BrynneWeaverBooks.com or on one of my social media platforms. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok. Here we go. eyeballs and eye sockets, amateur surgery, skin ornaments, chainsaws, axes, knives, scalpels, a lot of sharp objects, accidental cannibalism, not so accidental cannibalism, questionable use of a mummified corpse. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, me too.
Lobotomized manservant,
Mm.
ill-advised use of kitchen implements. I'm sorry about the cookies and cream ice cream. In parentheses,
real.
I'm not really.
She should be.
Yes. Detailed sex scenes, which include but are not limited to cock warming, rough sex, praise kink, anal, adult toys, choking, spitting, dom sub interactions, genital piercing, references to parental neglect and child abuse, parental loss, not depicted, references to child sexual assault, not in detail. It's a book about serial killers, so there's some generally messed up murder and chaos. And then the next page, for those of you who read the trigger warnings and said, accidental cannibalism, count me in. This one's for you.
Yeah. I love how she made them funny because they are, some of them are really dark, but she had like an interesting spin on the humor.
Yes.
Okay. Love the trigger warnings. This actually, here's another shameless plug for me that I'm not sponsored. Book of the month. This was one of my picks, which kind of surprised me. It was on Book of the Month, but yeah, no, I got this a few months ago, and yeah, I saw it all over TikTok and decided it would be fun, and I feel like it was fun.
Yeah.
First thoughts, I did not expect it to be funny. I know it says dark romantic comedy, but I didn't actually think there would be comedy. I actually laughed out loud on several occasions.
Same.
Love it. Somehow, I made this note when I read it. It's dark, but also somehow fluffy. Like,
Yeah.
how did she do
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
The only part that gave me the ick was the cookies and cream.
The salt substitute.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if it would have been something different, I don't think it would have bothered me as bad. And I think she knew what she was doing.
Well, and the way it plays in later, because I was really surprised by it too. I was like, wait a minute. So, you know, she reads the label and it says trigger because gross. Semen milked April 10th to April 13th.
I'm like, how long were you milking that motherfucker?
But later, when he's trying to get her to leave, he said something to the effect of, I told you, like April 10th, that I was different. I didn't want to be normal. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, maybe the 13th or something. So like April 10th through 13th. And I was like, oh, okay. So she's looking at her text messages because it's like after the fact, after they've obviously killed this person. And she's trying to figure out like, why is he saying I'm psycho and he can't love me and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, the ice cream, Thorsten, David. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I didn't put that together.
I was like, that's some SJM level, like,
Intricacy.
twists and turns. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good that you put that together. Also how the book started. What a hook, man. What a way to get you in. I will never be the same. Ugh.
The orzo pasta.
Yes, I can't have that pasta.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
As far as the lobotomized manservant, did you expect that twist?
Not at all.
I didn't either. I thought he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, no.
I for sure was like, okay, he's poor guy, bless his heart. She's so nice to do this.
Yeah.
Mm,
No.
bad news bears.
Yeah. That was my note. It was just David and exclamations. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Did you like the whole restaurant name tie into the title and everything? 'Cause I thought that was kind of cute.
That was cute. That was
like
fluffy.
the only fluffy. Yeah, that's a good word. that was fluffy and cute. What do you think of the bestie?
I think it's hilarious. And realizing the name of the second book, I was like, okay.
It's about her, yeah.
Yeah. And then the way they kind of tied in the brother too. I was like, okay, I see it.
Yeah. No, I think you'll like the second one too. It's very good. But yeah, no, I like that it's just a trilogy. I feel like sometimes books like this can just go on too long. So I think a trilogy is good. You're gonna get the stories. I'm assuming for all three brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure on the third one. I know the second one is Leather. It's what's his face, but I can't remember his name right now. But I like him. Rowan.
Yeah. Rowan's this one, yeah.
Wait, Rowan's the first one?
Yeah.
Okay,
this one's Rowan. Fionn is the doctor, and
it's not Fionn. It's Lachlan.
Lachlan, yeah.
I have it right here.
I literally just like had it in my mind, and then it was gone. Yeah, so Lachlan and Lark. Yeah.
I think I know who Fionn ends up with, but I don't know for sure. So we'll see. Yeah, no, I overall liked it. You'll like the second one, but it was a good little Halloween style with them being serial killers that kill even worse serial killers. Dexter vibes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? Favorite quotes?
I loved it was before all of the drama. But she was talking to Lark, and she's like, he helps me to the boundaries of my comfort zone without pushing me over the edge.
Love it.
I was like, that's really sweet. And then at the end, the proposal, and they're like, so we can be best friends and go do karate in the garage. And I was like, step brothers.
Love it. Tell me the author's a millennial without telling me the author's a millennial. Love it. I forgot about that part. Cute.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So next week, what are we going to cover? What was that?
Spookily Yours? Was that the other one we saw?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
It's on Kink.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. Go follow our socials. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Open Booked. And be sure to subscribe because we put out new episodes every week. And I think that's it.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.